How's it going, people? Welcome back to Inquirer Mobility. I'm your host, Ardie Lopez, and this is The Red Line. Happy Valentine's Day. And if I'm interrupting something, well, I'm sorry. But if I'm not and you don't have a Valentine, well, let me be your Valentine. Scratch that. Anyway, the first ever successful electric car was manufactured in the U.S. by William Morrison in 1896. So it's kind of mind-boggling as to why the electric cars have only been making real headway in the past recent years. Come to think of it, the first electric car I got to drive was 15 years ago in Tokyo, and I think it was a Honda. It was impressive in its aesthetics, the ride was smooth, it was fast, but it just felt like a fast-going appliance, kind of clinical and totally devoid of emotion. Well, here is the Porsche Taycan. The Taycan is Porsche's first ever all-electric vehicle. Now, why it took Porsche that long to produce one commercially just reflects on how committed they are in making absolutely sure that it embodied what they stood for in terms of engineering excellence and the sheer exhilaration from driving any car that bears the Porsche badge. So it only follows that their first EV had to have that unmistakable DNA of their iconic 911s. So here are the outrageous specs of the Porsche Taycan in its top-tier Turbo S variant. The Porsche Taycan on its top-of-the-line Turbo S variant has two electric motors, one up front and one in the rear. Its total output is 460 kilowatts, equivalent to 625 PS. On overboost power is 560 kilowatts, or equivalent to 761 PS. And maximum torque is a neck-snapping 1,015 Newton meters. Its top speed is 260 kilometers per hour, and it has an all-wheel drive configuration. And of course, zero emissions. It accelerates from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in only 2.8 seconds and reaches 200 kilometers per hour in only 9.8 seconds. Now, its range from full charge is 400 kilometers on average, and the Taycan uses 800-volt technology, while typical EVs use only 400 volts. This enables super fast charging for it, and being plugged in for only 5 minutes on a high-power network gives it a range of 100 kilometers. And in ideal conditions, its charge can be achieved in full in only 22.5 minutes. Amazing, isn't it? Now, I've been aching to drive the Porsche Taycan ever since I learned about it, but I even got more fired up about it when they gave me a chance to attend a special event for it over a year ago in Singapore when they tied up with Star Wars, and that was for the film The Last Jedi. So they collaborated, they even designed a spaceship that was inspired by it. So imagine my enjoyment when I finally, just a few days ago, was able to drive the Porsche Taycan in the top-of-the-line Turbo S variant. I got a first taste of its insane acceleration on a tiny opening somewhere in Metro Manila. So, first time I gunned it, and this is how it went.
Pero dito, Sir Ardie, mag-burst ka lang ng pistol.
Sige.
Marami sa power. Even na naka-normal. Sige mo lang.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What the heck? That's normal? Well, thankfully, I've had the opportunity to drive several iterations of the Porsche 911 in the past. Now, I can tell you that driving the Porsche Taycan in its top-of-the-line Turbo S variant is like driving a 911, only digital. Its handling and dynamics are razor sharp, but it's the acceleration that really gets me. It's so immense that it's like random access. It's getting here to there in non-linear fashion. Now, here's how it was like when I was able to properly engage launch control. And the sound that you'll hear, of course, is simulated because there is no engine sound, only motor sound. But that's, I sort of like pushed it in editing so you can hear it better, so you can get more of the kind of experience I had when I took off from 0 to warp speed. So here it goes. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Even if you're prepared, it'll slam your head in the back. You gotta sort of like adjust this or something like that. Oh man, holy cow. Well, that's the reason why I have this camera, so you can see exactly the dynamics or how a person behaves inside the Porsche Taycan.
Turbo S, because man, you got to be able to get used to that kind of acceleration, and that kind of modulation of the accelerator, because it's immense. It puts out whatever you put in terms of stepping on it.
Well, the Porsche Taycan Turbo S has got to be the most exciting electric vehicle out there. Well, it has to be, since it has the soul of a Porsche 911. Now, leave it to Porsche to revolutionize electric vehicles by manufacturing an electric sports car that combines real-world drivability with bleeding-edge technology and spectacular performance that can effortlessly squeeze out exhilaration and unbridled driving enjoyment. The Porsche Taycan Turbo S is really so electrified. Once again, this has been Ardie on the Red Line on Enquirer Mobility. Happy Valentine's Day, and I'll see you next time.